to request Ankita Datta and Arun Anand to stay on with us. G. Sri Kumar Menon and Dr. Malam, thank you. Thank you for joining us here on The Right Stand. Quickly moving on, ladies and gentlemen. It's another CNN News 18 mega exclusive. There are attacks on Hindus which are not exaggerated, as the interim government head had stated. What Muhammad Yunus had said that you are exaggerating. He blamed Bharat for exaggerating this, saying they're largely political and not communal. But intel sources have told CNN News 18 that more than 1,000 attacks on minorities have been reported. In fact, a Bangladesh national daily itself has reported more than 1,065 attacks. Attacks majorly on Hindus, Christians and Ahmadiyas, who have also not been spared. Bangladesh's leading paper, Pratham Alo, reported 1,068 attacks on minorities between the 5th of August and the 20th of August. 20th of August. Attacks on minorities took place across 49 districts. 49. They had reportedly said it's limited to only 29, but this is the number that the newspaper or the daily is reporting in Bangladesh. 49 districts. Hindus mostly attacked post Hasina's departure. Hindu houses, businesses and places of worship have been targeted, and the attacks were mostly in the Khulna district of Bangladesh. The statue of Mother Mary was damaged in the Nijpara mission in Thakurgaon. Even missionary schools and colleges were on the radar of violent radicals. Even an Ahmadiyya mosque was burnt down, and there are very, very disturbing visuals of the same that we have accessed here at CNN News 18. Those are some of the visuals. Dr. Ankita Datta and Arun Anand with us. Arunji, your take on what's happening in Bangladesh and why it should concern us. Nobody is using the hashtag Bangladeshi Hindus. All eyes were on Rafah. There were Black Lives Matter, that everybody took a knee down for George Floyd. But what about Bangladeshi Hindus? Many are asking this question. Why is this being blanked out?
I think that has been the plight of Hindus, across the world. It's not only, look at even, Pakistan when something happens. So there are no eyes on, minorities in Pakistan. But let's talk about Bangladesh. See, Bangladesh, I have a slightly different take. I think it's not an immediate issue. I think, the whole of East Bangladesh, it has largely been basically, the sentiment, the anti-Hindu sentiment has been there since early 20th, century. The latest, data which shows the first riot, major riot which happened was an aftermath of, the Bengal divide. In 1905 or 1906, and it went on 18 months. It was in Mymensingh, and after that, the whole and 2/3 of the Muslims in India were residing in the pre-partition Bengal, and this whole concept of Pakistan also basically emerged from the East Bangladesh because Muslim League was set up there. So communalism, anti-Hindu sentiment, what I want to say, is deeply rooted in the demography of, and in the culture of whatever you call culture, or, I shouldn't call it culture, but the overall, the social structure of East Bangladesh has been such, and we have been actually basically, been brushing under the carpet. After 1971 also, if you look at from 1905 to 2024, there has not been even a single year where there has been no communal riot, and where Hindus have not been targeted, not even a single year. But we have been brushing it under the carpet. And of course, the Awami League government, it was doing much better than, the previous governments. It had banned Jamaat-e-Islam. But right now, I think the crux of the problem is that Pakistan has moved in. The Western deep state has, moved in. ISI has taken control of Bangladesh, and through Jamaat, basically, especially, it is specifically targeting. Jamaat has a record of being, anti-Hindu. So, through Jamaat, and Jamaat also came into existence in, early 1940s. And since then, whether it is, Kashmir, or whether it is Bangladesh, or whether it is Pakistan, they have been consistently anti-Hindu. So again, I think we need to look at it in a greater historical context.
Right. Ankita Datta?
Yes, so Bangladesh, there is violence against Hindus, all because of their Hindu identity, and this crisis can easily lead to the rise of an Islamist regime there, which will naturally see an increase in the powers of these Islamic fundamentalist groups like the Jamaatul Ansar, the Sharqiya group, which is working hand in gloves with Kuki militant organizations such as the KCNF based in the Chittagong Hills in terms of finances and training. So obviously an Islamic Bangladesh will lend them them more support to their bases and to expanding their activities in the country. And this might also see a greater involvement from Mizoram, since the government of Mizoram has been working upon continuously to create this unique Kuki Chin Mizo identity for establishing a separate Christian Kuki nation. And exactly for this reason, it has been allowing illegal Kuki immigrants, particularly the militants of this Bangladesh-based Kuki Chin National Front,
Right.
to settle in their territory. And selective targeting of Hindus in Bangladesh, this is nothing but a stark manifestation of Hindu hatred, I would say. Multiple assaults on the Hindu identity in multiple countries, in multiple platforms, including social media, all at the same time. They have been always going on so casually and in such a manner that it now seems to have become completely normalized.
Right, right. Ankita Datta, Arun Anand, thank you for your time. We got to take a short break and pause this conversation, but we'll continue to turn the spotlight on this region. There is a lot that's brewing in, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to, take a higher up overall 30,000 feet view, overall macro view of what's happening and how it's going to impact our lives on a daily basis, and more importantly, Bharat's growth story. Talking about growth, talking about happy tidings, we're going to take a short break. When we come back,